Hi everyone, welcome to Connector Technologies. Okay, so today I'm going to explain very interesting concept like Oracle AM methodology or a unified methodology. Okay, and few people they may call it as a Oracle Fusion implementation phases and stages. So, relating to implementation phases, so you may get in some interviews. So the interviewer would ask like that. So in which stage have you involved in a implementation project? So what are the methodology your customer used while implementing the project for your customer or a client? So these kind of questionnaires, the question we will get from the interview. So today I will explain in detail example with a beautiful structure so that you guys will get the crystal clear idea how the implementation phases it will start from this starting to end. So by seeing this particular video, so let's get started. We can see how many phases are there. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So see here. So the very first stage is project scope. So in project scope, what we will do is the project, the which country we are going to implement, what models we are going to implement, that we can now finalize in the project scope. So related to project scope, what are the in detail activities it will happen? We will go and discuss in the coming slide that I will explain in detail in the project scope related. So now first we will see the flow. How many phases are there? I will just explain the overview. I am not going to cover in detail each phase or what is happening. So that we can see in the regular sessions. Okay, regular classes. Okay, let's see. So in project scope, yeah, as I mentioned, we can confirm, we can finalize only which country we are going to implement, which models we are going to implement. So that I will explain in detail in a coming session, coming slide. So then after that, we have a project kickoff meeting. In project kickoff meeting, what it will happen exactly? So the very first, we have to introduce our teams from the customer, I mean to say client side, as well as our consulting company side, implementation team side. So in client side, on-site PMOs, the finance heads, business users, key users, power users available from each module wise they will join the call. And when it comes to to say implementation consulting team side, we have our project manager, team lead, functional lead, our team members from each module wise, all module owners will be involved. So in project meeting, the kickoff meeting, what we will do is we will just have an introduction about the project, how we are going to implement. So what is the deadline and all we will discuss. So just here only the team introduction it will happen. Okay. So then after that, what it will happen? We have a requirement gathering session. So before we are going to requirement gathering session, so we need to analyze the customer client existing business process thoroughly. So before we are going to requirement gathering, so what are the existing ERP which they are using? It could be maybe SAP or a Microsoft Dynamics or a PeopleSoft, some any other ERP, even Tally also. So they will give us some requirement related documents or how they are following all the business process in the existing ERP. They will share all the required documents. So once we go through the all the required documents, how they are booking the invoices, how they are making the payments, how they are entering the journal entries, how the payments are happening, what is the volume of count. So that and all we have to explore in ourselves. Then based on that, we can write a queries for the requirement gathering. So that we have to do in a requirement gathering session. So we have to prepare the all the questionnaires on each module wise in the requirement gathering session. Okay. So in the requirement gathering, so what it will happen? We will ask a few questions with the business user, and at the same time, the business users also they will ask the questions whenever we are explaining the basic process flow of the requirement gathering session. So sometimes these requirement gathering, few people they may call it as a debrief session also, depends on the customer to customer, client to client. And then after that, once the requirement gathering is done, we have a design phase. So in design, what we will do? So we will prepare all global design document or a process flow document. So based on the requirement which was provided by the customer. Okay. So then after that design phase, so what we will do? We will have a fit gap analysis. So fit gap analysis means what are the requirement which was given by the business user. If we couldn't able to map it our Oracle Fusion standard functionality, so that we have to prepare a list. So these are the functionalities we couldn't able to map it to our Fusion system. So because of that, we are considering these particular, gaps. Let's assume few of them. Whenever we are making the payment to the supplier, the business user they want to know the available the balances in their bank account, so that we can straightly we cannot able to see, so that also we can consider as a gap. And sometimes few business user once they done the payment, they want to generate the payment receipt, and they want to need some print option directly in the payment screen. So what are the additional requirement which they given that if you couldn't able to map it at the current phase, in this case, those we will consider as a gap that we have to send a mail to respect to the module business user. We have to get it approved. So then only these will be we will skip at the current implementation, either wave one or a wave two. So post go live, we have enough time. There we will there we will focus on more time. So what is the requirement exactly? Whether we want to do the customization, we want to do the any form personalization, or we can develop some BAP report. Okay, so we have a lot of requirement we need to take from the business user. Accordingly, we can take it up that as an enhancement or some medium change request or a big change request. Then accordingly, we can provide the solution for that. This depends on the complete how the customer and the organization, it's a consulting company, how they have the terms and condition between the SOW. Accordingly, we will go on to the fit gap analysis activities. Okay. So make sure what are the gaps which you find, that we have to send a mail to the respective business users, get it approved. If in case the business users sometimes they may not trust whether the feature is available in a particular standard functionality or not. So in this case, we have to raise a request with Oracle. So we have to confirm, and we have to confirm with Oracle only. So yes, this functionality is not available in the standard functionality. So make sure you can go and raise the enhancement request in the ideal apps. So like that, the Oracle SR engineer will provide the solution for that. The same note we are going to show to the our respective business users so that they can agree. So once the fit gap analysis is done, so what it will happen? So we will go on to the build stage. So where we will do the all configuration in our CRP instance, okay, at the beginning stage, based on the requirement which was provided by the requirement gathering stage. So based on that, we will prepare the all configuration workbooks, MC50s or BR100. So please keep a note here, guys. BR100, MC50, CWB. CW means CWB means configuration workbook. So these three are same in a real-time world. So based on the customer, based on the client, based on the organization, uh, few people they may call it in a different names, but the usage of the document is same only. There is no change, either BR100 or MC50, CWB. Okay. So here we will prepare these documents in the build stage. So here we will do the all configuration in the CRP instance or a test instance, whatever it may be, which will provide by the our client. Then after that, the build stage is completed. So we have a SIT. So in SIT, what we will do? It's a system integration test. What are the requirement which was given by the business user? So based on that, we have to do the testing internally before we go and show the particular functionalities to the business user. We have to test thoroughly in the SIT session. So it's an internal testing. We have to do ourselves. So no one will be involved. Whether the requirement which was given by the business user, based on that, our functionalities, test cases, whether it is properly working or not, the accounting entries, report, everything, whether it is properly giving the correct results output or not, we have to verify it. Next, as once SIT is done, we have to conduct a CRP1, either CRP2. So it depends on the organization. They will call it a different names. So CRP means classroom pilot. So at the initial stage, we will conduct the very basic flow. Within the CRP1, we have to show all the possible test cases which was given by the requirement. So in the requirement gathering, what are the requirement which the business users were provided? Based on that, we will prepare the test cases or test scenarios, or else the process flow. The process flow activities we have to show to the business users. So for that, as a functional consultant, you have to prepare the CRP deck. So that I will cover in a coming video session. Okay, so I will show you that. I will prepare how to prepare the CRP deck, and I will do the one more video. So at the time you will get to know how it will be there. So then after that, in CRP session, again we will get the new requirement. Okay. So based on the new requirement, again we have to do the some amendments. If we have a time, again we can take a 2 more days time. Again we will show the new functionality which was raised by the business user in the CRP one session. If any customization or interfaces, if you are developing custom table, custom integration, custom reports, so that at this CRP one stage we cannot able to commit to the customer, so that we may cover in a CRP2, CRP3, depends on the teams available. That we will go and show in the coming session, CRP2 either CRP3. But when it comes to CRP1, very basic flow we will show to the business users. So there is no customization, there is no custom interfaces or integrations. So that we will show in a CRP2 session. And at the same time, CRP1, either CRP2, obviously we will get the new requirement related to functionality, related to reports, related to some integration, related to naming convention change, and that we have to note it down. So if you want, keep it as in a tracking. So for each new requirement, we will raise a one Jira ticket. Then accordingly, we can uh, track the particular requirement. And at the same time, so who is raised, when is raised, what is the status, and also we can track in our Jira ticketing tool. Okay, so this is all about CRP1, CRP2 session. So here more or like we have to show the all process to the business users, how we are logging to the application and what is the navigation and screens, icons, options, okay, and the task names. Then after that, we have to show the accounting entries. So just the process flow, how we are booking the invoice, creating the invoice, making the payment. So those activities we have to show to the business users. Okay, if they have any questions or queries, they will ask, we have to clarify them. So that's what it happened in a CRP1 session. So the next one we have a UAT readiness. So UAT readiness means once the CRP1, CRP2, CRP3 is done, so we have to conduct the UAT readiness. There, the business users will do the testing themselves based on the business requirement. If they couldn't able to do the EAT session, we have to guide them, we have to support them wherever they stuck, whether process wise or a functionality wise or a navigation wise. If they are doing the incorrect process, wrong way they are doing, we have to guide them. Then accordingly, we will complete the EAT readiness. Then after that, we will come to know, yes, the UAT is completed. Then we have to get the UAT sign off from the business user. Once the UAT sign off is provided with each business user along with the test results, so then that we will submit to our top level team. So here we have a all IT. Here we will go to the next phase as a go no go decision. So the go no go decision. So here all our IT heads, organization owners, everything will be involved, like company CEO, chairman, and then CIFO, CEO, and then all each model, each stream wise business heads, like accounts payable head, accounts receivable head, cash management, fixed assets, general ledger heads. Okay, and then at the same time, our consulting side, like PMO will be there, and then project manager will be there, sales team manager will be there, and a few functional leads will be there from each track. So here, the client side PMO or also the VP or the concerned party person, he will ask the all heads. So whether you guys are happy with these functionalities with the application, you guys can able to book the all the transactions. You can able to track all the information in the application. Whether you are happy or not, whether you guys are comfortable or not with this new application or not, they will check their confidence level. Then accordingly they will take the decision whether we want to go to the go no, I mean go no go decision means whether we will go to the go live, or else we can take a time. What is their concerns, they have to take it accordingly. The go no go decision will be informed by the respective our PMO to the all our lower level people. Okay, so once the go no go decision is completed, we will get the confirmation to go for a go live. Then after that, what we will prepare is cut our readiness. So cut our readiness means, so how we should implement the I mean the configuration we have to do the in the production environment. What is the dependent setup? What is the independent setup? So which stream they have to do the first, then what is the dependent setup, dependent models. So what is the time date we have to start the production, what is the end date, so what is the each task status, whether they are going to do the manual or automatic, who is the responsible, which time they are responsible. So like we can prepare one cutover strategy plan. So based on that, each stream users, or sorry, each stream consultants, each model owners, they will do the appropriate proper configuration in the production environment. So let's assume once the GL configuration is done, the GL team will send a mail to the, we have a DL. So DL means for every go live, we will create one group mail ID. There we will include all our functional team, technical team, client side team. So within that DL, we will send a mail. So hi everyone. So the GL configuration is completed. So please go and do the next configuration for accounts payable model in the production. So that accounts payable model, they will complete the configuration in the production instance. Then after that, again, they will go and send a mail to the another team. So like that, until we completing the all production configuration in the instance. Okay. So we will send a mail and accordingly we will track the each configuration. Once the cutoff strategy is done, we will do the cutover activities in the production instance. So the cutover activities means it's a mainly production like AP open invoices. I mean to say transaction data, migration activities, transaction data mainly. So AP open invoices, AP prepayments, AR receipts, AR invoices, FA legacy assets loading, GL balances loading. So these activities we can do after completion of the production activities. I mean, it's a production configuration for each model. Okay, so we will never done the open master data, sorry, open transaction data in our production instance before the setups. Okay, so we have to complete the prod configuration for each model. Then after that only we will load our all transaction migration, transaction related activities, open transaction related activities for each model. Then after that we will announce a goal based on the back date or a cutoff date. Then we will announce to the goal out to the respective business users. So then accordingly, business user, they will put the transaction in the production live instance. So after go live, from that date onwards, for any implementation, we will provide the 30 days as a free support, that we will call it as a post go live support or a hypercare support. So after completion of these 30 days as a hypercare, then this project, the first phase implementation for a specific country, it could be India or US, whatever, maybe which country you have implemented based on the customer home country. So that it will move to the normal support team. Or else if the business, they have a agreement between the customer and then consulting company, if they want 3 months as hypercare or a normal support or a 6 months, whenever they quote the bidding, so within that bidding only they will decide post go live we need production support for these months, 2 months, 3 months. So then accordingly the same team will provide the support for the customer. Okay, so this is the way the project implementation stages or phases happen for any customer which we implemented across the globe. Okay, so yeah, so these are the implementation phases are available for Oracle Fusion. Okay, I hope everyone, they got the crystal clear idea. Okay, so by seeing this process flow diagram. Okay, yeah, so this is all about implementation phases, guys. Thank you for watching. So please subscribe our YouTube channel for a quality education for quality videos. Okay, so I will never compromise on content, guys. So I hope I will try my best to provide the good content to you guys. Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.